Welcome back to the University of Life. Today's quote comes from Andy Rooney, who says, "I've found that love, not time, heals all wounds." What do you think about that? I think he's right. I think that's true. But the follow-up questions are a little more difficult. First one I have is, where do you find that love? Like if you have wounds you need to be healed, where do you find it? Let me tell you a couple answers I've found recently. I have hundreds if I think hard enough, but for starters, find it in yourself. You have to love yourself. Nobody can do that for you. It's the most important. It gives you an internal locus of well-being rather than depending on external forces and people, which adds a lot more security. And really, the love you want from other people, it's trying to do the same thing. You're trying to hit that spot deep inside you to give yourself some peace and a sense of safety. And when you're a little child, you need that from your parents paying attention to you and cheering when you burp or take your first step or whatever. But as you get older, nobody can do that for you. You have to do it for yourself. And furthermore, if you want other people to love you, that's great. I sure hope they do. But the best guaranteed way to make that happen is to start by loving yourself. You come across with more peace, more happiness, more enthusiasm, more life in you. Maybe have some hobbies, something you're excited about. And that lights up your eyes and makes you so much more attractive. I know, easier said than done. But you can begin, and you can learn how, and you can practice. And the way how, by the way, is the same way as my second follow-up question. I'll reveal that. And that is, how do you find the love inside yourself for other people who need healing? Now, obviously, please keep your healthy boundaries. You are not responsible for their happiness and well-being and healing. But if you got something you can contribute, that would be beautiful, right? So keep your boundaries, take care of yourself, draw the lines wherever you decide. And the simplest ways I know to do that are simply pay them some positive attention. So look for the good in them, see the good. It's a great practice. Pick your worst enemy, your most hated character in the world or in the news or whatever, who you just despise, and admit that there must be something good in them despite all that troubled garbage. Look, hopefully you don't have anybody you would describe that way, but if you do, I was trying to hit that for you, for those people. And if you can learn to see a little bit of good in them, you don't have to deny the bad, that's true as well, then it'll be that much easier for you to see it in other people and in yourself. So see the good in them. Step number 2, I'll give you 3. Step number 2 is to desire their well-being. Now, I remember a sarcastic friend who met a bad end, sorry, tangent, I won't go into that, who used to say, yeah, I hope that person gets shot, because then they can go to heaven earlier and be with God. That's really not what I mean, like really desire their well-being. And maybe it is for them to grow up and to learn their lesson and to be a better human being or something like that. But, try to desire their well-being. That's one of the main things love does. And then third, the first 2 are easy, right? You don't have to do anything. It's just about your perspective. Third one is to actually do something about it. So again, you can choose what's appropriate. You don't have to do something they even know about. Maybe say something kind to them about someone else. I don't know what, but do something to support their well-being and growth and happiness. And that's how you love. A lot of people believe that love is a feeling, and it is, but not only. It's among so many things where you feel compelled, drawn towards someone, you want to help them, But if that's the only love we live by, then no matter how much you love somebody, there will be days when you just don't feel like that. And so love is also an action. Love is a perspective. And you can just practice the parts you can, and then that feeling will come more and more easily and readily to you. So there are my thoughts on the matter. Love to hear yours. And thanks for watching. Until next time, live smart, live happy. I feel a tiny bit self-conscious sometimes walking the beach talking to myself as I pass people by, but whatever, no big deal. I can do this. It's fun. It's easy. I like talking to you. I wish I could have a real conversation, but someday we'll put some things together and we'll talk face to face or screen to screen at least.